a big high five. Give them a hug. Alright, let's sit down. Awesome. So, I just want to say and acknowledge every single one of you for being here today, because you guys understand the real work. Yeah? Give yourselves a clap. There is no coincidence that you guys are in this room today. You are here because you understand this is the work. We can know and we can understand all of the strategy. But if our internal blueprint is not wired for the success that we desire, no amount of strategy is going to outdo that. Right? And that's what I really want you guys to understand today. Now, why should you even listen to me? I have been a coach now for the past 8 years. And I don't have a lot of time to intro me because I'm going to do some sessions. So 8 years ago, I started my healing journey, and just to cut it really, really short, I basically went through bullying at school. I went through body image issues, all the fun stuff, right? And I basically remember sitting 8 years ago on my couch with my mum saying, Elisa, you're depressed. Your behaviour's not normal. You need help. You need to get some help. I would isolate myself from everyone I loved. I would self-sabotage my life. Minute after minute, everyone else was to blame for things that weren't going wrong or going right in my life. It's fun, isn't it? Not taking responsibility. It's so easy. It's so easy to say, they are the reason I'm not where I want to be. It's actually not. I tell you what's easier is taking full fucking responsibility for where you want to be. Yeah? Yeah. Why? Because my tagline for a while now has been self-awareness is your greatest human superpower. Literally. And a lot of people would say that love is, right? And love is a superpower. But here's the thing. We can't give love if we aren't aware of who we are embodying. If we aren't aware of why we do what we do on a daily basis, we can't give love from a conscious place. We can't create our life from a conscious place. And I learned this the hard way. And that's why this has become my mission in this world. Okay? So, what I'm going to do, and one thing, if you've done work with me, put your hand up if you've done any work with me at all. I'm not sure if I've got, yep, I've got a couple in here. Yes, hand up if you've seen any of my stuff online and thought, yeah, there's some truth in that. Yeah? Awesome. So one thing that I do, and I do well, is I break through to your subconscious mind like that. Right? And I can't explain my method. I've had a lot of people come to me and say, can you teach me how you coach people? And I'm like, I really can't. I've actually tried and I can't. It's not something that I'm able to share because it really is, it's my gift. It's what I know I'm here to do. It's something that I tap into, and I know how to ask the right questions, and that's the key to tapping into your subconscious. So is it okay if I give you all the tools and the knowledge and the wisdom today to tap into your subconscious mind whenever you want? Yeah. Is it okay if I bring some people up here and show you how I do it? Yes. Alright, so the next question is, who is going to be game enough? Right, so before you all put your hands up, let me just tell you what you're in for, right? When you come up here, I'm going to play full out with you, but I need you to meet me halfway. And if I can see that you're not, I will lovingly invite you to sit back down, right? Because my work only works if the participant meets me halfway, okay? And I can promise you, I have mentored probably thousands of people at this point, online, in person, over the past 8 years. And the ones that shift fast are the ones that are willing to play full out. They're willing to open up. They're willing to become vulnerable. They're willing to share with me the things they haven't shared with anyone, and believe me, I will get it out of you. Right? I've had many people come to say, no one's ever got that out of me before. That's what I'm here for, okay? So before I choose someone, I want you to understand something else as well, that our subconscious mind controls 95% of what we create in the world. Hands up if you did know that. 95%. That means 95% of what we create, we're walking around unconsciously creating it. We're only aware of 5% of what we create. That is a very real statistic, and it's also scary. It's also why there are people suffering every day in the world, because they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. They don't even know why they're creating what they're creating. Right? So that's why I say self-awareness is your greatest human superpower. Okay? So I want to help you activate that today. So, who is going to be, I'm going to try and get, I would love to get 3 people up here. Let's see how good I really am. I would love to get through 3 people up here, but 2 minimum. So if you're ready to play full out, and you are willing to be vulnerable in front of everybody here, and you're willing to tell me the truth, I'm not here for lies, and I will see if you're not being honest. I will crack through to you, right? Who here would like to be the first person? All right, universe, I'm going to let you choose. I'm going to let you choose who needs this today. All right. Who's going to be the first person? All right, next person will come from the back of the room, okay? We'll make it fair. All right. What's your name? Shay. Shay? Shay. So, Shay, I want you to tell me, what is the number one thing in your life right now that you know what, a microphone might be really good for you. Alright, I want you to tell me, what is the number one thing in your life right now that you really, really want to break through? What is the thing that you desire the most? To be a good mum. Okay. And why do you feel you're not a good mum at the moment?
I haven't had my child yet, and I have a lot of hatred towards my own mum. So I don't want to drag that through and carry on the pattern.
What is the pattern? Explain to me what your childhood was like.
My mum had me young. She had me at my age. I'm 24. And until I was 10, it was really, really great. She always worked full time, was always there for me. And then she had a midlife crisis and decided to have another child. She lost that child and fell into depression. And then a few years later, she had my brother. So my brother's 10 years younger than me. And she was never a mum. It was always me having to do the stuff. She essentially checked out after that, and then it just went downhill from there. And then in recent years, she's worked less and less and took up alcohol to fix herself, and I've had my little brother around that, so my relationship with my mum's really diminished, and I really resent her because I feel like she's killing my dad.
Emotionally?
No, physically.
Yeah. Okay. Start heavy, guys. Right. So, as a child, I'm going to stand up so I can get into my flow. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. As a child, where did you feel you received love and connection? What did you have to do to receive love and connection as a child? Who did you crave it from the most?
From my dad. I've always been more drawn to my dad than my mum.
Okay. So before I go on, I want you all to understand this one. If you understand this, you will break through so much in your life. Top 2 human needs. Who knows what they are? Love and connection. That's it. Even people out there that are performing the most horrid crimes in the world do what they do because they believe it's going to give them love and connection. True story. Right? So, why did you crave love and connection from your dad?
So I thought I had more in common with him, and I could go my way because of her trusted behaviour.
So, do you think your mum that you craved love from more?
Probably. And
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yep. So, when you did receive love and connection from your mum, what was it that you were doing?
She would take me horse riding, or she would spend the day with me. She would take time off work for the school holidays, and we would go and do things during the day.
And who did you connection? Did you have to be a good girl? Did you have to be smart? If you did know, what would it be?
I think it would just be being there.
Being present.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where do you feel you're not being present in your life right now?
Probably with her, I push her away a lot, and the further I push her away, the harder she tries to fix it, but I currently don't want to fix it because I'm done with her.
A lot of energy in there that needs to be released. So, let's tie it back to why your desire is to be a good mum. Why did that desire come up for you? Is that your ultimate desire?
Because I want my child's life to be better than mine, and I want to have a relationship with my child that's not like my mum's.
Okay. So, you received love and connection when you were there, when you were present, right? Which means you gave your time. So did that teach you, your mum taught you that if you gave your time, and if you were present, you would receive love?
Yes, I don't thought about it that way, but yes.
Yep. What else did she teach you in terms of when you receive love and connection? Well, think about when else did you receive love from her and connection?
When I achieve at school, or when I'm 16 sports.
When you succeed. So what do you think is going to stop you from being a good mum?
Following her habits.
So let's not make it about her.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to stop you from being a good mum?
Not doing those things, from not giving my time and not being there.
So do you feel like you are being a good mum at the moment?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm full of anger and hatred.
So if you were to not be full of anger and hatred, and you were to feel love, and you were to feel forgiveness, and you were to wake up tomorrow, and you felt like you could be present and still receive love and connection and still be enough, what would that look like for you?
Like happiness.
And what about that actually scares you?
Thanks. That I won't be able to keep it up. That I just do it for a day and then the next day I'll be behind.
And as a child, when did you get in trouble for not being able to keep up with what someone else wanted you to do?
When I start crying.
So, your fear is if you allowed yourself to be a good mum. Let's just answer this question. What about being a good mum makes you feel scared? What bad thing do you think could happen if you actually were a good mum? I knew you were going to say that. This is the part that gets everyone. It's actually serving you holding on to the anger. It's serving you holding on to the hate. And it's serving you staying in that belief of, I'm not going to be a good mum. So now let's really look at how is it serving you, holding on to that belief. It's keeping you safe. It's keeping you in control. That's a big one. And it's keeping you protected in some way. So what scares you about being a good mum?
The whole thing.
If something in particular did scare you, what would it be?
Not being good enough and failing.
And if you weren't good enough and failed, what would that mean for you in your life?
That would be like my mum.
Did you know that? Did you know that that's how you felt?
Not to that extent.
So what would you have to release to allow yourself to be a good mum? What belief would you have to release?
The anger and hatred.
Here's another question. What do you fear around forgiving your mum?
That it'll just happen again. That it won't change.
And if it doesn't change, why are you scared of that? What does that mean for you?
Because it'll just be repeating the same thing over and over again. So it'll just be why bother.
And how would that make you feel?
Crap.
Explain crap, elaborate.
I just give up. I feel like I have. I feel like I've just stopped trying, so I've tried to forgive her, but the actions don't change. So it's just a constant.
But can you be okay knowing that even if that happens, you're still enough to create what you want? You're still safe to create what you want.
Yeah.
The only reason the anger is serving you, the only reason you're going, no, I am not going to forgive her, I'm not letting this go, is because you don't want it to keep happening.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's serving you, because if I forgive her, then you're opening yourself up to what? But how does this play out in every other area of your life?
Really similar.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like in every other area of your life. I'm not going to go after my dreams because I don't want to get let down if I actually achieve them. I don't want someone to come along and hurt me. So I will continue holding on to this anger. I will continue repeating this self-sabotaging behavior because it's safe. I am now in control. No one else gets to control me. No one else gets to take away my desires and hurt me. How's that serving you?
Great.
Are you prepared to let it go?
I really want to.
So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to change the way I approach it, change my mindset to it.
What does that look like? What's the new belief you're going to cultivate? Because once we have the awareness, what are you aware of now that you weren't 10 minutes ago or so?
That I'm empowered to change it, and I know that the behaviour's not going to change, so I'm going to focus on that.
What's the belief that you're aware of now that you didn't know 10 minutes ago? A belief that you've been holding on to that's not serving you?
That I want the control to not be hurt. Yeah. So I have it in mind.
That's it. You want the control to not be hurt, and that's why you're not allowing yourself to move forward. You are safe to get hurt if you continue moving forward and to know that you're still loved and connected. You're safe to know that it's okay to get hurt. It doesn't mean you can't create your desires. It doesn't mean that you don't have love and connection. Do you get that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard to stomach.
I know. Your subconscious mind is listening to me now going, shut up, bitch. Seriously. That's what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Now that you have this awareness, you can't unknow what you know.
Yeah.
You can't. It's impossible. I don't have a Men in Black stick, right? You can't unknow this now. So every time you're like, no, I'm going to sit in my anger. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm not going to let myself be a good mum. I'm not going to let myself go after my desires. Every time you're choosing that because it's a choice, it's not who you are. You're just choosing to embody that behavior.
Yeah.
You need to tell yourself, okay, I'm safe to forgive in this moment. It doesn't mean that I'm giving away my power. And even if I get hurt, whilst forgiving, I'm still loved, I'm still connected, I'm still enough. How does that feel? Yeah? Is there anything else you want to share with me that you haven't? We don't have a lot of time. But what are you going to embody moving forward? I want to know the one commitment. And you're going to message me in a week's time and let me know how you're going with this. What's the one thing you're going to embody?
I'm going to embody that it's okay to give up control.
What does that look like? What's the action step you're going to take?
I'm going to, if I do get hurt, I'm just going to release it and not focus on it and love myself
It's not about not focusing, it's just about acknowledging it but not letting it have power. Because we can't go, it's not there, it's not there. We have to be able to acknowledge what's there, but we just choose to not give it power.
Yeah.
So when you're feeling how you've been feeling towards your mum, you know now, the only reason you're still feeling that is because it's keeping you safe. Because you know it's not serving you, right? And you're safe to let that go. Make sense?
Yes.
Let's give her a round of applause. Alright. Before I choose the next person, I want you guys to share with me who got something out of that. Oh, okay. Well, it's useful then. Who wants to share with me what they got? Come on, put your hand up. Yep.
With the whole control thing, it's my age group is I'm scared to be successful. And my business hasn't grown because of that. And I think that if I am successful, because I don't know what it looks like, I'm losing control of what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm used to being in control of
Yep.
everything that I do.
Yep.
And losing control means you can't progress.
Yes.
And it's scary.
Yes, it is. And here's the thing, your subconscious mind is like an onion. It has layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. There is no end. I'm still uncovering shit in here, right? Just because I know how to get there doesn't mean that I'm not uncovering stuff. I constantly am. Every time we go to a new level, it's like, I get out my journal almost every morning and I'm like, oh, didn't know you were there. Didn't know you were there, right? But now I'm like, I actually get excited. My fiance's at the back of the room now. How excited do I get when a new belief comes up?
Very, very, very excited.
I'm like, babe, I found another one. Sometimes it's in tears, but you know, I'm like, it's get excited about this game. Stop being so scared. You know, I love Wonder Woman. I like to think I'm her in disguise. Just slightly, right? That's why I call your self-awareness your human superpower, right? And to me, it's like she's my alter ego. Like I channel her whenever I have stuff come up. I'm like, all right, Wonder Woman, let's do this. You've got this, right? Get excited about uncovering your shit. Stop being scared of it. It's not something to be scared of. Like, you don't understand the excitement and the freedom that comes with knowing what's there. But we're all walking around like this. I don't know why I'm broken. I don't know why I'm depressed. I don't know why I'm sad in toxic relationship. You can know, right? You've just got to do the work. All right. Who else wants to come up? I want to get someone from the back of the room now. Okay, redhead, your hair's sticking out to me. It was there like, pick me! Can I just check time? Because maybe I get through.
2:70.
Okay, alright. Right? Yeah, it's a 10-1. Yes.
Yes.
What was your name?
Cara.
Cara. Awesome. Alright, I need to stand. Yep. Cara, what is one thing in your life right now that you really, really want to work through? What is the ultimate desire for you right now?
To get over guilt and shame and feeling like I'm a bad person for choices that I make that I know in the long run will be beneficial for me, my children, and for other people. So I can impact as well from my message.
There already is some people pleaser in there.
Yeah.
Right? What is the desire though? Give me a goal that you want to achieve that you haven't yet achieved.
To be able to speak my truth and share my message without judgment from people that I love and from relationships with me that have now ended. So.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question. Growing up, whose love did you crave the most, your mum or your dad?
Probably my dad, because I had a really good relationship with my mum, but I do have a good relationship with my dad now because that didn't come from choice, that came from, it just had to happen because my mum actually passed away when I was 17 years old, so.
Okay. So, when you received love and connection from your dad, what were you doing? Who did you have to be in those moments?
I guess I had to be somebody that just to just, I guess, take his word and let him be the hero, I guess, and
Can everyone already see that in here?
and then just, I guess, the sheltering, feeling that he's had to protect us from a lot of things, and that I guess he is the hero in the message in the story. Yeah.
You mean he wants you to?
So in a way, yeah.
So when you received love and connection from him, you did what he wanted you to do.
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah.
What else?
I guess with him, he was always so, I just found it really hard to connect with him because he was so the male masculinity and being the one that works and goes and does the supporting financially and providing for the family and not having that sort of connection with the children. Yeah.
Is it okay if I ask you what his relationship was like with your mum? Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay. Yeah. So, it actually came out recently that they did have, I guess as a child, it kind of looked like you got your mum and your dad, they're together, but then they kind of try and hide what goes on behind the scenes, but then there's moments that come out that, it wasn't all picture perfect, I guess. Just recently I found out that my mum and dad had to go through counselling and whatnot, for them to save their relationship, and then obviously dad realised how good what he had. It's too late.
Yeah. And when you witnessed them as a child in their relationship, what did you feel? What did you see? When you witnessed them together, what were they like together?
They were okay, but they didn't show a great deal of affection. I don't think they spoke poorly to each other, but they didn't show much affection.
Okay, so we know that in order for you to receive love and connection, your pattern your whole life has been, I need to do what I'm told, I need to do what other people want me to do. Why?
I don't think I've quite figured that out yet.
So were there moments in childhood where you didn't do what you were told to do?
Probably.
And what happened?
Get in trouble.
In what way?
I guess you'd be punished, go to your room, get smacked,
What was your coping mechanism when that happened?
I guess I just shut things down. I just shut it out.
So you shut out some of your childhood?
Yeah, because I try to think about it, and I think even even as a 17-year-old, I think I punished myself for forgetting things.
Forgetting.
Before.
Yeah. What's coming up for you?
A lot of things that are going on with my relationship that's just ended.
Yeah.
Just the cycle of patterns repeating, and maybe also with my kids witnessing probably worse than what I did when I was a child.
Yeah. Why do you think your relationship just ended?
Because since finding this community, I've gotten my strength and stopped being trying to find my own hero and letting somebody else take care of that for me.
Yeah. Everyone give her a round of applause. Yeah. So, thank you. So, your relationship ended because you realised it wasn't in alignment to you. What was happening in your relationship? What was it like? What was the dynamic?
Towards the end, it got very toxic.
Why did it get toxic?
Because there was good times, but then the really bad times got very controlling and out of control to the point there is now a TV order in place.
Okay. So why did you choose that relationship in the first place? What was going on for you at the time?
at the time it felt right. Like it was like you were in some ways the same person, but in other ways a different person as well. I guess getting comfortable in a relationship, the true person that comes out.
How did that relationship serve you in the beginning? What void was it filling?
Comfortable.
Why was it comfortable?
I guess because I was taken care of.
Yep. And did you feel taken care of as a child? Honestly.
I think I did. Yeah, I think I did.
When didn't you feel taken care of? Because there was an element of that, because you were looking for that in this relationship.
Yeah, so well, I was with my husband before my mum got sick, so I guess mum getting sick and then that, I guess he became more of my rock in that way because my dad then became
Yep.
a single parent.
Yep.
And then having to do
Yep.
work and provide for the family as well as trying to be like the provider of 3 girls and
Yep.
his way well and truly out of his element.
Yep. And the reason you chose that relationship is because you don't trust yourself to make the right decisions
Yeah.
because you've been a people pleaser your whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
That's why you chose him.
Yeah.
I'm going to get him to look after me because I don't feel strong enough, sure enough in myself to make my own decisions. Because when I do that, I get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's why you picked the wrong guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah. It's just been resisting, like just pushing that
Yeah.
out of the way, like, no, this is my life, I've chosen, I've got 3 beautiful children
Yeah.
out of this.
So where does your guilt and shame come from? Actually moving forward and creating the relationship and life that you desire. Where's that guilt and shame coming from?
I guess because I like the guilt and shame that I do want to run a successful business and I do want to be a mum and I do want to have relationships and I do, I guess, like trying to find the balance of what I should be putting more in which cup, like which cup I should be putting more into. And obviously for me, always being a parent, being a mum, that comes first, but then the guilt and shame of also needing to give to me as well.
And where in a childhood did you see that dynamic go wrong?
I guess I remember one time I did actually hear an argument with my mum and dad, and my mum's like, that's it, I've had enough, and I've woken up to it, and I've come out, and my dad's just said to me, go and get your mum, like, because she's just like ran off. I'm like, and then I had to then comfort her in that moment.
Yep. So this is where you also didn't feel enough to do what you wanted to do for yourself because there's always someone else to be looked after.
Yeah.
And if you put yourself first, then that's shameful, that's guilty, right? That's wrong. Because what if someone else is suffering and they need me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes.
So what's the new belief that you get to embody now that you know you're safe to trust yourself? You're safe to do what you want to do and still be loved and connected.
So the belief for myself is that I can rise and I can share my message, and no matter what he says that he feels that I portray him as, that's still my truth, and that's not my fault. He feels that way because I have not done those things for him to have that reaction. That's his choice and his actions, and that's not my fault that I've perceived it in a way that has made me feel like I have to then have to speak my truth and share my message.
And we all consciously know that, right? We all consciously know that how someone else responds and reacts to us is not us. It's not our problem.
Yeah.
It's theirs. We know that consciously, but subconsciously it still controls us.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing to you. You know that consciously, that's why you said that.
I know that.
But subconsciously, this is where that fear of losing love and connection comes into play.
Yeah.
Because you carry this belief that if I do what's right for me and I don't people please, I'm going to be told I'm a bad girl,
Yeah.
that I'm going to lose love and connection, and that I also can't trust myself to make the right decisions for me.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I've had to find someone else to do that for me. But that gets to shift now. That gets to change. What's the biggest aha you've got out of this?
That I do, and I can re-trust myself and
Yeah.
love myself, and it's okay to do that.
Yep. So what is the one action step you're committed to taking that you're going to message me in a week's time and let me know you've done it?
So good one. What am I going to do?
What are you choosing to now embody? Because awareness is write this down. Awareness is the first step. Reframe that belief is the second step. Then the third step has to be embodying it. You can't shift a new belief if you're not embodying that new belief to create a new identity. The identity you have right now is because you have just continued to show up in a belief over and over and over again. So when you choose another belief that serves you and you embody that, that becomes a new identity, and your new identity creates a new reality. That's the only way to shift it, guys. And a lot of people go, okay, well, I'm aware. Now I've changed the belief. What now? Yeah, but how do I embody it? Well, you ask yourself, if I was someone who knew I was safe to make the decisions that I know are right for me, and that I was safe to say no, I was safe to trust myself, and I was safe to make the decisions that serve me and still be loved and connected, what would I be doing? Then that's the action you take. There's no shortcut. That action is going to feel very foreign to you and very uncomfortable. Right? And a lot of people look for shortcuts. Oh, is there another way around this? Is there like a shortcut, a detour? No. It's the only way to shift it. Does that make sense? So what is the specific action step you're going to embody?
I'm going to embody rewriting and reintroducing myself and not feeling shameful.
Yes.
Being a single mum now.
Yes. Well done. All right. Who wants to share what they got out of that? Anyone want to put their hands up? Yep.
Embodiment requires action.
Yep. Anyone else want to share? Yep. Say it again. The effects of being a people pleaser. Yep. Absolutely. Guys, I can't say it enough, right? I was not born into wealth. I was born into a very loving family, but I had nothing handed to me. And I was riddled with beliefs that didn't serve me, just like you, for literally up until probably about 8 years ago. Now, they're still there. I can catch them and shift them quickly, but they're still there, right? I promise you, you can shift your reality. You can do this. And I'll tell you, the number one thing that's going to get you there is your willingness to do it. You are not a victim to your circumstances. You get to shift them, right? If a belief isn't serving you, it's unnatural.
Great.
Abundance is your natural state. So if something's not serving you, if a belief doesn't make you feel good, it's not natural. That doesn't mean that we're not going to have shit we need to look at and that everything's going to feel like roses. It's not, right? But we need to understand that if you're suffering, if you're struggling in any way, shape or form, then you're not in your natural state. And your subconscious mind is going to be the only thing that gets you out of that. Please understand that. You can look at all the strategy you want, and you can be implementing it like the best student every single day. But if you don't shine a spotlight on what's going on here, I promise you, you will not move forward. So, these are some questions you can ask yourself. Who in your life did you crave love from? Your mum or your dad? They set the paradigm. They literally set the DNA in your body as a child. They teach you what's going to give you love and connection, and then you carry that your entire life, and you're doing that now. And when you understand how you receive love and connection from them, then you can start to see how that's showing up in your life. And you've got to give yourself permission to shift that. Okay? Now, what's the time? Can I get a time check?
2:35.
Okay, we're going to need to shift out of here. So, does anyone have any questions for me at all? Quick question. Yep.
So I'm a mum of 3.
Yep.
And I'm in the midst of doing counselling with my husband, who's
Yep.
going through depression and anxiety. Every time I come to something like this or a counsellor, there always seems to be like parent bashing, like all your problems and all your issues are related back to the parent. Now as a mum of 3 kids, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing to my 3 kids? Like, what are they going to be like for their age? Like, what problems am I creating for them in life, in business, in future, like everything? So what do I need to do?
You need to be aware of your behaviour. Awareness. I'll say it over and over again. Self-awareness. Self-inquiry. Be curious at your behaviour. Challenge your behaviour. Question your behaviour. We know when we're doing something that doesn't feel good, it's not serving us. Be aware of that. Yes, self-awareness is going to heal that. Alright guys, I'm going to have to let you all go. Thank you so much for being here and playing Pull Out with me. Have fun in the next session and I'll see you guys around.